Hello everyone. Today I wanted to show you how to make a simple golden milk or turmeric milk. I was feeling a little under weather and my little girl is also not well, and my mom just reminded me about the golden milk, which is good for boosting your immunity and for any cough and cold, and I decided to make it. But then I thought about turmeric and how some of my American friends have been using turmeric all in the wrong way. Needless to say, they are having adverse effects because they're overdoing it. So I just wanted to take you through a little process of explaining what turmeric is. Turmeric is also known as spice of life. It's a root. Botanical name is Curcuma longa. It belongs to the ginger family and has plenty of healing properties, and it is known in India for almost more than thousands of years. And anytime we have a little sickness in the family, or even you get a bruise or boo boo, the first thing all grandmas and moms would do is make a paste of turmeric powder with water and put it on the wound. And it has healing properties, it has anti inflammatory, antioxidant properties, and it blocks all free radicals causing inflammation. So it's a great remedy for lots of illnesses. But overall, it boosts your immunity if you take it on a regular basis. In India, it's a staple. It actually says it does inner and outer beauty because inside it works at the molecular cellular level, and outside it enhances your beauty as well. A lot of women claim it has a properties to make your skin glow and avoid pimples. So pretty much a lot of Indian bathrooms, especially when the women go to take a shower, they have a pumice stone and a raw turmeric root that they will scrub and instantly put it on their face and wash it after they that's the last thing that goes on their face, and they'll wash it off. And it does add a nice glow, especially at wedding and any auspicious activities or festivities. They will use turmeric, and it has got a lot of medicinal properties. So definitely research in recent times has proven that it is good for your heart, brain function, basically for memory, and lowers your triglycerides and blood sugar, and also helps joint pain and stiffnesses, and some even claim for digestive uses. So about a gram or three per day is good. That is almost 1,000 milligrams, which is recommended by FDA to consume. But usually, turmeric, if you're taking, should be taken with pepper. And nowadays, Costco has this with pepper, which we found in the market. And it is not cheap. Believe me, it is not cheap. This is a nice yellow powder, or the turmeric powder that you get in the Indian store is way cheaper because that's been our staple for years. And now that a lot of the FDA and research, everything has proven, they jacked up the price everywhere. So please go to the Mediterranean store or Indian store if you need to purchase a bag of it, and use it wisely. And I've seen a lot of my American friends taking it raw, which is actually not that great. It does have a subtle taste and nutty flavor. You can add it to your eggs. You can add it to your soups or pasta sauce or steak seasonings for dinner, and even on your French fries. And basically any vegetable that you want to grill or even saute or bake, you could add some turmeric powder, like quarter teaspoon on a regular basis instead of just taking a pill or so. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this particular golden milk. So keep watching. So let me show you what I have. So I have sugar, regular sugar, and you can have your monk fruit or agave or honey. These are, and also Splenda. So you can use any one of this, but if you're using honey for this yellow milk, please make sure you use it after you pull the milk out of the stove. Do not boil it with don't boil the milk or any liquid once you add honey. It changes its properties. Okay, so honey in raw should be had in raw. So add it after you pull it out of this stove and when you're ready to serve. And you could use any milk. I generally use lactate because my husband is lactose intolerant. You could use almond milk or even coconut milk. Okay, and if you do not want to use any of this, you can just use regular water. Okay, and this is ground pepper. Some people who want to lose weight can add cinnamon powder or whole cinnamon that I have here. But usually for the golden milk, for cough and cold, we don't use that. And then we have cardamom powder. Some of them tend to use cardamom powder, but I don't. Okay, I have my cup and my filter to go. And in general, we don't use powdered form because it kind of irritates the throat. Even though you may filter it, it'll irritate your throat. So we tend to use whole spices. I have ginger, but this is the raw ginger and this is the dried one. Okay, we generally use the dried one and put it through a mortar and pestle and nicely just squish it, not squish also. You just beat on it so it just disintegrates a little bit, so it's easier to be extracted in the liquid. Okay, and this is powdered ginger I found at the Indian store. You could use that any powder form. You could use powdered pepper here, and powdered ginger and powdered turmeric. But the only thing that I use powdered that it dissolves well in the milk is turmeric. So the rest is all going to be pounded. I don't use the powdered black pepper nor the powdered ginger. But the only ingredients we use today for our golden milk are these three along with the milk. Okay, so I will be using 4 to 5 cups of milk, and I will add about a teaspoon or so of turmeric and a teaspoon or two of peppercorns and this whole portion of ginger, not this one. Okay, and we will make this concoction and then add either monk fruit, and then depending on if the kids want, I will use the raw sugar. Okay, and one thing I need to tell you is turmeric is better absorbed when you have black pepper. Okay, there is an enzyme called curcumin which goes with pepperin. Okay, and that absorbs better, especially when you're sick and you need extra help, and you definitely need this. But on a regular basis, if you're using for pasta sauce and all, just go ahead and use the turmeric powder. Okay, you can use it for egg omelets and everything, soups, you name it, you can use it. So instead of taking a pill form, you can just add it to your food. Okay, let's go ahead and make this golden milk. So I have milk boiling. I have pounded my ginger, dried ginger. Okay, not fresh ginger. You could use fresh, but I prefer the dried version. And also the fresh ginger sometimes actually aggravates the cold, so I prefer the dry one. And my turmeric powder is ready. I'm not going to use the powdered form. Okay, so once the milk boils, we will add our ingredients. And if you're on keto, you would be boiling coconut milk. Okay, the only time you will change it to coconut milk is for keto. Other than that, regular milk, any milk that you are familiar with, go ahead, and don't use really the fat-free ones because turmeric is fat soluble and the vitamins that it has is fat soluble. So make sure you do have some fat content in your liquid. Okay, so my milk came to a full boil. I lowered the heat a bit, and let's go ahead and add some dried ginger and the peppercorns. I just roughly pounded both, and then we add a teaspoon of our, this is 5 cups of milk, so we're going to add a teaspoon of turmeric and let it boil. Okay, lower heat. See how pretty yellow that is? So this is how it looks. You just boil it for a couple more minutes to let it all seep in. and you'll put a lid on it and turn off the stove. It takes a little bit, maybe boil for about 5 minutes, so let all the ingredients soak in. Okay. Growing up, my mom used to make this all the time whenever we had a cold or a sniffle, and we hated to drink this because of course she would add plenty of sugar and everything to make it palatable, but just the thought of drinking this yellow milk used to make me nauseated. But now, when I grew up and now I'm giving it to my own kids, and they react the same way. So it's so funny. But it's good for you, okay? It actually tastes good. Not bad at all. The golden milk has been boiling for more than 5 minutes now. I'm going to turn off the flame and put the lid on and let it steep for at least 2 to 3 minutes. So it's been a while. Our tea is ready. Our golden milk is ready. So I have my filter ready. Let's just strain it out and enjoy your golden milk. I added a teaspoon of my monk fruit, and this is ready to be enjoyed. I wish you health and wealth and good prosperity. But if at all you get the sniffles, please go ahead and try this golden milk. It is delicious and an immune booster, so please do try. Thank you for watching.